There are many resources for seniors, but navigating that can be difficult for some. We're joined now by the Eastern Area Agency on Aging.
Yes.
And you have a streamlined process. Chris Hill joining us now.
So currently, or prior to this initiative that we've launched, when someone calls in, there's what are known as resource specialists. And traditionally, if it's not a program that we house, things like Meals on Wheels or Medicare, a resource specialist will connect someone with a phone number or some information. But once they've passed that information along, it's incumbent on the caller to kind of take that information and do what they will. But we found there are instances where people need more help, they need more guidance, they need more check-ins, and so we're launching guided resource specialists, which Alyssa is here with us today, who's starting to kind of take that on. So she's having regular check-ins and guiding people through a process, and we're finding it's helping a lot of people. So
let's talk about that. So a senior calls in, and let's say they need help with paying for their heating fuel for the winter. How would that process work then?
Yeah, so initially they would speak with, like Chris was saying, our resource specialists. They would kind of gather some information about that individual and figure out if it's something that they need assistance with just that issue, or if there's a multitude of problems. If it seems like they're very overwhelmed with the process, or they need additional support, then they would be passed along to myself, and I would be meeting with them typically on a once-a-week basis, making goals on their immediate needs, and then kind of going from there. It could be needs about housing, fuel assistance, food, anything really. If they're feeling overwhelmed, looking at those long-term options.
And this is also important that maybe the seniors themselves, the older people themselves, may not realize they need that help, so perhaps a caregiver or a family member could reach out to you as well?
Correct, yeah, so family or loved ones, also providers if they're working with someone and they're kind of noticing that maybe this individual needs some more assistance, they could absolutely make a referral in.
And this is nice too, Chris, because as I mentioned earlier, it's streamlined in that it can be so overwhelming just to figure out, even using the website to look up something, or even to call, but then how do I follow up on those phone calls with their cell phone? Right.
I mean, there's so many resources out there, which is great, but oftentimes the way to get a hold of people, it can be convoluted. It's not easy to understand. So it's really important. And the thing that we stress at our agency is we have programs obviously that we run, but we just want to be a resource for folks. We want to help people, guide them through this time in their lives. So it's really important, and it's great to have this ability to do it side by side instead of just going, here you go, best of luck type of thing.
Yeah.
Here's someone that can really walk with you through this process and help you get the help that you need.
And finally, how do they get that help? Where do they go?
Sure. So the best way to do this is call us at 207-941-2865. You'll be connected to our receptionist, and then reception will hand it off to our resource specialists. And oftentimes a resource specialist will determine whether or not more case management or more resource guidance is needed. But if you want to request that, you can do that as well.
All right, Chris and Alyssa, thanks so much for joining.